A lot of startups fail because operations quietly collapse. Too many tools, missing filings, broken payroll, and no audit trail. In 2026, running a US company means operating inside federal automation, hyper-local state law, and zero tolerance for "we didn't know." This video breaks down the only ops tools a US startup actually needs, and the ones you should ignore until much later based on compliance, deadlines, and risk. Every ops tool should answer one question: what legal, financial, or operational risk does this reduce? If a tool doesn't reduce risk, create an audit trail, or enforce compliance, it's probably optional. First category, legal existence. This stack protects your company's right to operate. You need a platform to incorporate, store formation documents, maintain bylaws or operating agreements, and track ownership. This is not optional once you have investors or co-founders. Tools that fit are Clerky,
Stripe, and Atlas.
Every US company must maintain a registered agent. If you expand states and forget this, you lose good standing. Tools that fit are Northwest Registered Agent and CSC. Once equity exists, spreadsheets are a liability. Tools that fit are Carta and Pulley. You don't need virtual law firms on retainer, contract lifecycle tools, or board portals if you're pre-Series A. Finance tools are not about reporting. They're about surviving audits, due diligence, and tax season. You need FDIC-insured accounts, multi-user access, and clean transaction exports. Tools that fit are Mercury, Brex, Meow, and Chase Bank. You must track revenue, expenses, payroll, and state apportionment. This matters by January 31st, March 15th, and April 15th every year. Tools that fit are QuickBooks Online, Xero, and Pilot. Founder reimbursements without receipts are an audit risk. Tools that fit are Ramp and Brex. You don't need FP&A software, custom financial dashboards, and revenue recognition tools if you're pre-enterprise. Payroll is where startups accidentally break the law. In 2026, hiring in one new state means new tax accounts, new insurance, and new filings. Your payroll tool must automate this. Tools that fit are Gusto, Rippling, and Deal. Misclassifying contractors triggers back taxes, penalties, and lawsuits. Your tool must clearly separate W-2 and 1099 workflows. Most states require workers' compensation, disability insurance, and paid family leave. Your HR stack should surface this automatically. You don't need performance management software, engagement surveys, or learning management systems. At least not yet. There is no single US privacy law. In 2026, there are 19+ state privacy regimes. You must support data access requests, deletion requests, and global privacy control signals. Tools that fit are OneTrust and Termly. B2B customers expect SOC2 readiness, access controls, and audit logs. Tools that fit are Vanta and Drata. You don't need full GRC platforms ISO certification unless you're selling enterprise, and bug bounty programs. Sales tax is silent until it isn't. Many SaaS companies trigger Nexus without knowing. If you cross state thresholds, you must register, collect, and file monthly or quarterly. Tools that fit are OnRock and Avalara. You don't need custom tax engines, manual filings, or state-by-state spreadsheets. The best ops tool is documentation. Notion, Confluence, or ClickUp, it doesn't matter. What matters is clear ownership, process memory, and zero single points of failure. A healthy US startup ops stack in 2026 is lean, boring, compliance first. If a tool doesn't reduce legal, tax, or labor risk, you can probably wait. Here's all you need to start: legal and entity management, banking and accounting, payroll and labor compliance, privacy and security, sales tax automation, internal documentation. Ops isn't what makes your startup exciting. It's what keeps it alive. If this video helped you figure your operations tools out, subscribe to the channel. We're building this channel for founders who want clean operations, not bloated tool stacks, or surprise compliance issues. Every video breaks down what actually matters in US startup ops: what to set up, what to ignore, and when each tool actually makes sense. And if you don't want to spend your time worrying about fines and penalties, head over to hirechore.com. Chore helps founders stay on top of their ops and compliance without lifting a finger.